30 days ago today, my life I felt like in complete shambles. Every day I woke up with inflammation, sick to my stomach, with anxiety, promising myself every single morning that I was never gonna drink again, going to work with shaking hands, making excuses, constantly telling everyone that I drank too much coffee, or telling everyone that my allergies were just horrible when they could see how inflamed I was. Eyes were bloodshot, making constant little mistakes, never remembering anything, struggling to get through basic daily tasks, having extreme anxiety every time my phone went off and I was faced with very simple daily mama task when it comes to your babies. Then daily lunchtime would come around to have a drink. It's been a long day. Something came up, someone looked at me wrong. Certain things just didn't go my way, or I messed up and I was late. Maybe one of my favorite patients passed away. Maybe I have something to celebrate. No matter the reason, that Buzzball or that Banana 99 was waiting for me the moment I got off. Then driving home with all the guilt, knowing that what I was doing was wrong, knowing that if I could just lay it down and give up the alcohol, I could be the mom, the friend, the employee, the girlfriend, everything that I need to be. I could have a relationship with God again because I could let go of all the guilt. I just jumped off the hamster wheel. Today makes 30 days of not being on that hamster wheel. I can honestly say that I am so happy. I feel like I got me back. I feel like I'm Jessica again. I laugh at the little things. My phone rings. I'm not suddenly ridden with all this extreme anxiety, and I'm not forgetting all the little tiny things that I promised my kids I would do, because by 7 o'clock, I'm completely smashed. I promise you that if there was any single one of you that think that you can't do this, you can. All you gotta do is make that decision and make that final leap. If you need to go get help, you go get help. There's no shame in it. There's more shame in you being dead or ending up with alcohol cirrhosis of the liver or killing somebody because you're driving drunk than there is asking for help. I promise you. Your husband deserves it, your kids deserve it, your friends deserve it, and most importantly, you deserve it, honey. You are worth it. You are worth being sober. You are worth enjoying life at its fullest without any substances. You are worth knowing how to sit in your feelings and sit in your emotions and deal with them in a healthy way. You are worth being the example that your kids need. You are worth it. They're worth it. Hang in there. You got this. A lot of you guys ask me how I stay sober, and I've told you guys so many times to take captive of your thoughts. That is honestly how I do it. This is the first time that I have really, truly just given it to God. Every single time a thought pops up in my head, I remind myself that thought is not from God. That thought is not from me. That thought is the devil trying to hold me back, because he knows Jessica's drinking. She ain't doing nothing. Before I go, I want to leave you guys with a Bible verse that if you can, memorize it and say it out loud every single time that you're struggling. I'm going to read it to you because I don't have it memorized off the top of my head. It's Romans 12, 1-2. And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Every time you're struggling, I want you to remember that verse. I want you to read that verse to yourself and remember that when you're letting God transform you, you're letting him take hold of everything. And you know that if a thought pops in your head and it's something that you know that wouldn't come out of God's mouth, you know that that's not from him and that's not from you. That's how you discern whether those thoughts are from God or for you. If you have a thought that pops in your head that tells you to go grab a bottle, God's not going to tell you to do that, I promise you. So you remind yourself of that, and that's how you take captive of your thought. So anytime you're struggling, God gives you a power of self-discipline. Don't be fearful that you're going to struggle at the end of the night. Don't tell yourself that. Remember that when you're talking, to speak life in yourself. Don't tell yourself that you can't do this, that you're never going to be able to conquer this, that you're always going to be an alcoholic, that you're a horrible person, that you're a bad mom. Speak life into yourself. Tell yourself daily affirmations. I am beautiful. I am strong. That through the power of Jesus Christ, that I can accomplish anything and I can let go of anything through his strength. But there is power and comfort in knowing that you can be forgiven for all of those sins and that God's got you and he can restore you, and that it's not an overnight process. Please know that. If you ask God to take this from you and you give it to him and you're still struggling, you're human. That's okay. remember to lean not on your own understanding, because it's just too much for us to get. But if you just take things one day at a time and you just give it to God every single day, I promise you that the task doesn't seem so big. All right, you guys, I am going to end this video. You did it. You made it to 30 days, Jess. I can't wait to see you in 3 months.